So the question was, so he asked me the question, since everything uploads to the web, what happens to photos they didn't want to see? So, great question. Sure. So most sites, unlike Flickr, most sites are private. Even Facebook, which is public, your photos go into a bin in Facebook, and until you approve them, nobody else sees them. Kodak Gallery, Shadowfly, Snapfish, all those guys, they're private. So until you get into your account and say, I want these photos to be shared, no one will see them. On Flickr, you can say public or private. I chose public, but if I said private, you wouldn't see them until I share them with you. So that's how most of our users use the card. And then in terms of doing red eye reduction on the server, because everything goes through our server, later on, yes, we can do stuff on it.
Have you had any experiences with people recovering stolen cameras through this?
Yeah.
How do you keep the photos on your server?
Okay, sorry, I didn't got to you. We are not storing the images. The images are stored only until we confirm that they were received by the endpoint destination as well as by a computer. Once we confirm that it was received by Flickr or Google, any computer, we erase the high res and only keep the low res thumbnail. So it's kept as long as you need to basically have the images sent. And then, for example, if Flickr is down, we'll keep retrying. Once it was received, we'll erase the image.
You mentioned Nikon. You mentioned Nikon. I use a D300.
Sorry?
You mentioned Nikon.
Yeah.
I use a D300, which has a GPS
CF.
hookup.
Oh.
And I actually use it along with a good GPS.
Yeah.
Can I use those coordinates instead of the ones provided by Skyhook?
Yeah, not today.
Okay.
Good question. So,
Yeah,
how?
we don't write over.
Oh, well, sure. So, yes, but we won't use those coordinates. So if you went through Eye.Fi, sure, but yeah, we can't use. Sorry, it goes into the XF header. We don't overwrite them.
But we will not use that. We will not use that data.
But we won't
to
use the
display.
GPS receiver in real time. We only use. But in the future, it's possible because Nikon
It
is
should be
is a
an option, I
partner.
guess, in the future.
Yeah, the
That would be
D60
helpful.
is the first Eye.Fi camera that's optimized, so you'll see more stuff from us with Nikon.
Okay.
But I can't comment on.
One more.
Okay, afterwards I'll be here.
I'm really sort of newbie in this area, so I'm just wondering, when you sell this little kit for $129, will it fit into an existing camera, or does it have to have some special camera?
No, any camera. So any SD camera. So
So I just
today
take my little chip out of this camera, put yours in.
card. Yeah, not chip. It has chips in it, but it's a card. Yeah.
Little card.
Yeah. So any SD camera today, about 75% of new camera shipments are SD. It's about 70% of the whole market. You have CF for your D300. You can buy a CF adapter, and then at one point we may or may not have a CF solution as well. I can't comment. But so Sony cameras don't work because those are memory stick, different size, and XD because it's tiny. It's Olympus and Fuji. We'll never do XD. We may do CF and we may do Sony's.
Any plans for micro SD?
Not right now.
Okay,
Because,
that's all.
Well, I do hope you got something useful or interesting out of our humble meetup group podcast. It's a pleasure to put together for you. If you want more information about our meetup, log on to web.meetup.com/49. If you have ideas, thoughts, concerns, or questions, please email podcast@endpointenvironmental.com. Until next time, I'm Catherine Burton. Thanks for listening.